Well, hello, my wonderful broskies of the Maverick Nation. It is I, the Dark Shadow Maverick, and I am here for part 3 of What If Deku Had a Demon Quirk? The series which I actually found myself having more material for than I do the One Piece What If now for some. I guess uh, Water 7, Ennie's Lobby, post Ennie's Lobby, I really just don't really have much material for. Like, there's like some stuff I can throw around, like, oh, this happened, but nothing I can really like spice up, like you know how I did with like the Naruto and Bleach, which I have decided a date whenever that will come out. Once Thriller Bark is done. Once I'm done with Thriller Bark, then I'll start doing Naruto and Bleach again. And then sometime later, I will maybe like restart doing some more like Don Quixote do Flamingo. So basically, you guys just have to wait until Thriller Bark is done, and then sometime after that, we'll be starting up the Naruto and Bleach, because I kind of give a big slap on the wrist to the people that were big fans of the Naruto and Bleach What If thing that I was doing. But you guys won't really have to worry because I have some stuff, I have some ideas for this. You guys may or may not find it all that appealing, but well, you know, that's what happens whenever you do what ifs on animes. Like, you just do bullet points and gather information from that, and you know, make up your own stuff, like sprinkle that along the way, sprinkle that on, like add the salt, add the pepper, add the paprika. Blue's Clues. Never mind. That on to the what if. Last time we left off, basically now, how we're starting the what if, USJ. I forget what that stands for. Like the unusual something, or I don't even know what it stands for, but I know something happens there. And it has something to do with search and rescue, like what they were going to do there was supposed to have something to do with search and rescue. Someone's coming in here. I can sense it in my bones. It was going to have something to do with search and rescue. Oh, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. You are now privy to me doing my recording. Yes, I am recording a video.
Well, go for
Uh, you won't mind?
it. Interrupt it.
Well,
Yeah.
first of all, Amanda, let yourself be known.
Oh no, I don't want to be in it.
Come on, Amanda. Don't be shy.
No, yeah, I'm shy.
Come on.
I'm gonna have to grab her. I don't want in it.
That's my dad's friend Amanda.
Not your friend.
Well, we are both friends. We are friends with Amanda. For some reason now I feel more like Amanda's boyfriend than Dad does. Like, Dad just straight up dumped her, and now I'm the only one who really, like, conversates with her out of the two of us. Well, Dad, you don't really, like, you straight up said that you were, like, not like boyfriend girlfriend with her anymore because of stuff. that I'm not gonna get into right now.
Keep doing your video. I don't think that's interesting. We need to change that. Yeah, we might need to start over.
Dad, don't do this to me. You didn't understand that conversation. Whatever. Anyways, now that I'm back to the recording, the whole thing with the if you're gonna, uh, it's gonna make it really hard for me to do this if you're talking while I'm doing this. Well, Dad, it does. It distracts me. I get distracted whenever. Well, you can talk to her after the video is done. I get distracted if other people are talking. Actually, I would rather not have to do that. That would be extremely annoying. I'm not saying you can't talk to her at all. I'm just saying I would like for you to do it after I'm done recording. And he just straight up leaves. Oh my god. Still not listening to me. Anyways, the whole USJ thing happens. Basically, the villains come in. I have to freaking look at the thing to remember their damn names. So one of them is Shigaraki. I know one of them is Shigaraki. Uh, uh, oh, Kirogiri. Kirogiri and Shigaraki. But yeah, basically a bunch of Nomus and Kirogiri and Shigaraki. I forget what Kirogiri was supposed to do, but I know what Shigaraki has his little erase you power, or I don't really know what to call it. That's basically like a sort of Kokuto Hakai. Basically like Shigaraki's doing his thing. He's like, Nomus, attack! And like the Nomus are about to like throw down with the students that are there, and like freaking I forgot the dude's name, like the teacher guy. Like he's like trying to call UA, and he's like you need to get heroes over here. It's like real fast, like we're being attacked. And Shigaraki's just like, ain't nobody got time for that. Just smacks them out. Get out of here. Hirogiri and Shigaraki do their thing, or at least they do their thing for the amount of time they have to do their thing before it starts getting like, real serious business time. Because unbeknownst to them, uh, freaking like Izuku is like there with like Bakugo and Momo and Uraraka and Todoroki and Shinso. They're all there, and they're like witnessing this throwdown, like this throwdown, hoedown, throwdown, if you know what I mean. And they're just like, ah, crap, we're losing, bad. There's like a bunch of Nomus, and Izuku is basically like, want to see me eliminate them all, and freaking like uh, uh, Todoroki's like, you can't do that. He's like you're not gonna be able to do that in like one attack. And like Izuku's like, of course I can do it in one attack. And he's like, watch this. And it's just like holds the black tsunami in his hand, and he just goes up and like, waboosh. And he just uppercuts it and like sprays everywhere. It's like shh, and shoots out like freaking needles. And Kurogiri's freaking out. He's like, dang it, dang it, dang it. It's like freaking Izuku pops up in front of Kurogiri, and he just like grabs him by the neck, and he's like, "You're going down, buddy." And Bakugo's like, "Hey, I gotta show." It's like two, like he's getting like angry, like crazy, like pissed. And Izuku isn't paying attention to him. He's just like puts a freaking, like freaking, he like Dr. Jiro's freaking Kurogiri, like puts a hand through him, and basically Kurogiri's like, "Bleh." And Shigaraki's like, uh, I found one, and he's like about to get Uraraka, and the freaking Izuku's like, I don't think so, and he's just like, take this, puppet master. He's like, mad demon, puppet master power. He's like, shh, and the freaking Shigaraki's like, what the hell? I was like, whoosh, and it's like smack him, like turn him into a pancake. And there's like all these no moves, and basically they've lost complete control. Like there's no one to like freaking like like control them. But Shigaraki is like barely alive. He's like crushed like into 1,000 pieces, but he's like barely alive, and he barely manages to escape. Like basically just leaving Kurogiri to get destroyed by Izuku. And like Izuku just taking out his anger on Kurogiri. And Shigaraki's like, ah. And so the whole thing with the Nomu Doctor uh, and Shigaraki happens. And then there's the whole, after that whole attack thing, there's eventually there's the whole announcement of the UA Sports Festival. And so basically like they do all the training that they need to do. And eventually it comes time for the sports festival, and it's like the first thing that we're gonna do, the the race. We're gonna do a race, and Izuku is just like, oh, this is gonna be great. And basically, he's just like, watch me ace this, and he just like super speed movement, like like Bakugo's seen this before, and so he tries to trip up Izuku, but Izuku, he just like flips backwards, and it causes him to like super speed over the top of Bakugo's head, and then just dart. And Bakugo is like, "What the heck even happened there?" Basically, Izuku's first place in the race, and the whole cavalry thing. Like I'm not even like I don't even think I know that many characters to like name a team for Izuku. Basically, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that Izuku kind of aces the cavalry thing, the cavalry battle race, whatever it is. He aces that too, pretty pretty nonchalantly actually. The only thing that he's really hyped for is like the tournament, and he's like his first opponent is Shinso, and basically Shinso like tries to like get into Izuku's mind. But the thing about that is like the whole Quirk mind thing happens, and it kind of overwhelms Shinso, and so he's basically like a puddle of mush. He's like, what's going on? It's like being suppressed, and it's like Shinso is basically like, what's going on? This can't be. Izuku, his mind shouldn't be like this. And Izuku's just like, so you can't understand the power of a demon, can you? And Shinso's like, demon, what are you ah! And it just like Shinso is just like unable to do anything. And so it's basically like Izuku Midoriya move on to the next round, and in the next round he faces Todoroki, and Todoroki is smart enough to use his ice powers and his fire powers, but that doesn't really do much whenever considering you're basically getting the ultimate version of bad touch from like all these different hands coming around you, and like they have like absorb like the ice, and it's like room temperature, so it all melts it into water, and there's more ink, and then like Todoroki is just sucked up into this ink ocean, and he's like up to his neck, and he's like he isn't even able to use his fire powers, and Izuku's just like, so you plan on giving up? And Todoroki's like, I will never give up. And Izuku's like, well, what about your body? And he's just like, and then just like crunch, and Todoroki just passes out from the pain. And basically, I forget who the person was who basically quit because of like family reasons. I forget their name, but like the last fight is Izuku versus Bakugo, and this actually ends up ending pretty brutally because the way Izuku actually manages to win this is basically Izuku's been throwing black tsunamis everywhere freaking where and trying to trip up Bakugo with the freaking hands. And he even like does the thing where he wraps the hands around his hand in order to create like hand armor, like fist armor, and like hit Bakugo really hard to like break through Bakugo's quirk. And I forget what that ultimate attack thing that Bakugo can do, like the Hounder Powser House. I forget what it is, but Bakugo is like, I'm not even gonna need to use that to defeat you. You're just gonna tire yourself out. And then like Izuku gets like, well, you would be correct if I was as careless as you. And Bakugo's like, well, what are you trying to say? Well, and he just flexes, and then all of a sudden, like, two protrusions come out of his back, like inky protrusions, and like freaking Bakugo is like, what the hell? And Izuku is just like, time to fly. And then the protrusions become like inky devil wings, and then he like Izuku just jumps into the air and like he starts to fly at Bakugo, and he just slams into Bakugo and then like carries him up into the air like super speed, and like he's like in the middle of the air just like has Bakugo by the collar of his shirt, and he's just like, well, Bakugo, how does it feel taking the pain for once? And Bakugo's just like, what are you? And Izuku's just like, I told you, my quirk, mad demon. I wasn't kidding whenever I said that. But I guess you're just going to have to learn that the hard way. And Bakugo like tries to use his like ultimate like Hounder Pals like Pals or whatever the hell the name of the attack is. He tries to use it in midair at Izuku, and he just stops it like with his like armored hand, just like and he just sucks it up and blasts it at Bakugo. And he's like, ah! And Izuku's just like, good thing I'm able to condense it, or else you would have felt the full brunt of that. No, I want to hurt you in my own way. And he just holds up another one of his hands, and he's just like, and he creates this big anti-gravity bubble around them, and they're just floating in the sky. Like, he lets go of Bakugo, but they're like both floating in the sky. And Bakugo's like, what the hell is this? And Izuku's just like, this, my friend, is merely preparation for my ultimate attack. And then, like, just like five like inky portal looking objects like appear behind Izuku, like to the side, like two to the side of him, and then two to the other side, and then one above him, but they're also like behind him. And he just has his hands spread out like this, kind of like what happened with like Doflamingo versus Luffy whenever Doflamingo was about to use the 16 heavenly bullets God thread. Like, that's basically what's happening here, only instead of 16, it's 5. And the name of the attack, as Izuku clearly states, is... As Izuku clearly states, the name of his attack is 5 Deadly Ballpoints. The Murdering. Yeah, 5 Deadly Ballpoints, the Murdering. And basically, whenever he states that, he like flexes his hand out, and he's like 5 deadly ballpoints, the murdering, and just like they all like jut out and like smash into Bakugo, and like the anti-gravity bubble kind of pops whenever like he gets slammed into it, and it's like shh, he gets like shot all the way to out of bounds, but like Izuku only made it to where they were strong enough to like damage him but not impale him, because these are like freaking spikes like that he's like using like ballpoints, like ballpoint pens. You know, those things can actually be sharp. The like you can actually hurt yourself with that, like a ballpoint pen. So basically, 5 deadly ballpoints. The murdering, not the burnering, the murdering, like murder, like murdering someone. So basically, 5 deadly ballpoints. The murdering. That's what the name of that's what the name of the attack is. Basically, yeah, like basically Izuku, like he lands down and he sees that Bakugo is like knocked out of bounds and basically almost unconscious. And Bakugo is like, hell, you're on a whole nother level. And Izuku's like, well, I was specifically saving that one for you. The moment whenever we would be able to truly battle and show our skills. This moment right here, the moment where I finally defeated you. I only used 5, but as I am now, I can use up to a total of 11 ballpoints. And Bakugo's like, wait, you can use up to 11, but you only used 5 whenever you used it against me? Why? Another thing, those can actually impale straight through even the strongest of materials. So, I was actually purposely suppressing myself at a mass level in order to keep from killing you. Basically, what I'm saying is, not only did I use less ballpoints, but I used less power in them in general, just to make sure I didn't kill you. After all, I don't want that. I just wanted to show you who was boss. Is that clear, Bakugo? And Bakugo's just like, fine, you win. For now. But I'm sure I'll get stronger. No matter how many of those things you shoot at me, I will eventually beat you. And Izuku's like, Well, nice to hear that coming from you for once. But I'll try to not get too cocky with you, Bakugo. I want to retain some level of humbleness. Basically, he's like you're trying to like some level of humbleness, some level of tact. I guess you could say that. Whatever word I'm trying to use here. But like he gets this feeling after he says that he gets like this feeling, like this urge to do something. He doesn't know what it is that he wants to do. He just know he has this urge to do something. And so basically after the whole like ceremony thing is over for like the winner, like Izuku is like as soon as he's allowed to like go home, he like races over there. And like Bakugo notices this, like, man, he was really in a hurry. And basically Izuku just like races over there and he like opens the door and he like slams it shut whenever he gets in. And like Miss Midoriya, Izuku's mother, because I still don't remember her name, is like, Izuku, what has gotten into you? And Izuku was like, Mom, Mom, you were holding things back still. I can feel something inside of me. I had a quirk once, and it was too dangerous for the time being. It would have killed me had it not been suppressed to the point where I didn't have it anymore. But now it has reemerged. It is the quirk known as Mad Demon. And it seems that even though I won't die, I'll have moments where I can't control myself. And I think this is one of those moments. I'm sorry for whatever I do. And then he just like completely zonks out of it. And Miss Midoriya's like, what in the devil is going on with him? And then like Izuku just like just goes into like the crazed mode and he's just like he said, this is one of those moments. And it's just the monster, but it's Izuku as the monster. It's like they can join together. The monster was the quirk, Mad Demon. I merely caused you to think that I left. However, I am now more a part of your son than ever. I am the quirk, Mad Demon. This is what happens whenever you, whenever you try to kill me, woman. Whenever your husband tried to kill me, man. People start to die. You weaklings start to drop like flies. I'm sorry for this, but I must. Blood! Spill! And he just shink! And he's like shink! And then like Izuku like wakes up and like his house is like totally completely in rubble. And like he's like, Mom, where are you? Oh my god. And he's like moving around the rubble and he can hear like a name and he's like, Izuku. And Izuku's like, Mom, what the hell happened? Did some sort of villain attack happen? And Miss Midoriya's like, Izuku, Izuku, You happened. You are the Quirk. The Quirk is you. You happened to this place. You happened to me. That is all I can say. Now I must depart. And Izuku just like instantly knows. No, no, no. And Bakugo was just like strolling on down. He just like, what the? Izuku, what the hell happened to your house? Wait, is that your mother? Dude, what's going on? I think, I think I abused my quirk and it retaliated. It caused me to, it caused me to do terrible things. And like Bakugo instantly knows. It's like he's like even though like he's like a real like he was like a real jerk to Bakugo in the beginning, like he was like a real jerk to Izuku in the beginning, he's like starting to realize like Izuku is in a situation to where he's like it's a lose-lose situation, whatever he does. So he actually starts to feel like sympathy for Izuku. He's like, ah, man, I can't hate him now. He's already in shit. Izuku. And Izuku's like, Bakugo? Izuku, I need you to come with me. And Izuku was like, okay. And Izuku was like, Bakugo was like, wait here. And he's like in some house, and he's like, wait, isn't this Bakugo's house? And like Bakugo's mother like shows up, she's like, oh, you must be Izuku Midoriya. Bakugo talked to me about this. Apparently, he knows about something involving your quirk, and he wanted to know if you could stay with us. And Izuku was like, "You must be mistaken, Miss Tiatsuki. You must be mistaken, Miss Tiatsuki. Bakugo would never say something like that." And Bakugo's like, don't put words in my mouth, or not put words in my mouth. After all, in this way, we're kind of like brothers now. It'll be much easier for me to catch up to you. But that's not the sole reason why I did this. You're here now. Now you're not going to have to be an orphan. I think even that would be wrong of me to do to you, Izuku. And Izuku was like, so you have... And freaking Bakugo's just like, sympathy. It's called sympathy, or empathy, or whatever it's called. I guess you could say I feel sad for you, or whatever. I didn't want you to end up as an orphan because of the whole thing with your mother and, well, your house. An orphan and homeless, that would suck a lot. So, I guess now you're Izuku Midoriya Tiatsuki. And Izuku just like, Izuku Midoriya Tiatsuki? Uh, thank you, Bakugo. And Bakugo's like, that's big brother Bakugo to you now, buddy. That's big brother Bakugo to you now, Midoriya. Izuku Midoriya Tiatsuki. Big brother? So, yeah, you're my little brother now, Izuku. And Izuku's just like, well, looks like I'm gonna have to get used to this. And fast. If I want everything to end up smoothly as possible. I'm going to have to find a way to control my power and get used to this. Oh boy. Oh bother. So yeah, that's that. The whole sports festival thing, and now Izuku is no longer Izuku Midoriya. He is now Izuku Midoriya Tiatsuki. Because Bakugo actually grew a freaking heart and felt sympathy for Izuku with the whole thing with him going absolutely freaking insane and just not only destroying his house but kind of killing his mother in the process. So yeah, he really didn't have any control over that. So Bakugo kind of grew a heart and felt sympathy, empathy, whatever you would like to call it, for mm, Izuku, and now he kind of made it to where he's like part of the family now. So now this is the end of part uh, 3, I believe. If what if Izuku Midoriya slash Deku had a demon quirk? This is the end of part 3 of that. Adausis, the Dark Shadow Maverick is out. Adausis.